Hello Dungeon Master. In this video we create a goldsmith and jewelers. This is part of our shop series. We have already made a bank, a butcher's and a blacksmith. We thought we would venture away from shops beginning with B for a while. Though I still want Aconite to create my Snow's bakery, then we can raid it. So this store would be aimed at members of high society. It would be best located in either a large town or city, where there would be a decent number of potential high-profile customers, all trying to outdo each other with their items and wares. Due to the type of clientele the store would have, the staff that work there would be extremely polite and charismatic. Would Sir like an aperitif? Oh, would Madame like a snack? Firstly, I am going to talk a bit about us making the map. Then we will discuss ways you could potentially use the map with your players later in the video. So first we create the shop floor. You can see that we break it up into 3 sections. We use these fancy marble tiles for this, as the owner would only have the very best for their store. Since this shop is for nobles, instead of the normal flower pots we pick, we have created a little fruit tree garden. We select orange trees and lemon trees, and they are placed in matching dark green planters. You could describe the sharp citrus smell to your players as they walk past them. They may even be tempted to take one to eat. They do look ripe and juicy. Fruit can be quite an expensive item. The fact that they are just out here in the front garden is a clear symbol that this shop is refined and sophisticated. The oranges and lemons could also be taken and exchanged for some pocket change in other areas of the town. As you will know by now, Aconite likes to make these maps make sense. So all the items we select for this map looks like it should belong here. That way, when you use it in your own game, there are no inconsistencies. The 3 sections would begin with an entrance foyer where the customers would enter and take a seat before being met by their own personal shopper. A fine morning, good sir. There will be sofas, books, and refreshments for those waiting. Not that the customers would be kept waiting for long. The staff would come through and discuss what the customer is after. That way, they are able to tailor their shopping experience directly to the customer. Why show them something that they would never be interested in? But if they wanted a golden platter, well, they can always pass by all the golden cutlery as well. They come here for one thing and might leave with a full set. It's just smart business. For any common folk attending here, this would be a real educational experience to see how people with money are treated. Once the staff member has an idea of what items or how much the customer is willing to spend, the shopper will be led through onto the main shop floor to begin the tour. That rhymed. Once the customer has decided what they want to purchase, they will be led back here away from everyone else to finalise the sale of their goods. To go through the doors shows a level of wealth. It's almost made into a ceremony to give the customer that extra level of pomp and circumstance. While the money changes hand, the item is taken and wrapped in fancy wrapping. The ledger is updated and signed by the customer to confirm that they are now the new owner of the item or items. This all happens away from prying eyes and ensures that if someone is seen coming out of the room, you know it'll be talk of the town. Oh, did you see Jasmine? I wonder what she brought. This gives the customer an air of mystery and a chance to show off. It's not just shopping, they are getting an experience. The back room would have all of the records of who purchased the items, but also the list of the items that have been made here on site. They will also have a list of collectors for when those special items come in. The main floor is where all the expensive and intricate items are put out on display. Imagine the gems that have been purchased from far-off lands, the intricate jewellery pieces that have been expertly handcrafted here into beautiful pieces to be worn and shown off. One-off rare magic items that have been acquired. Whilst they might be high in price, they would certainly add value to the player or person who acquires it. The staff member would talk through each item that is shown and provide the backstory or details of how it was made or acquired. This is where the high charismatic staff come into their own. Now do not worry, you do not have to quickly come up with unique balanced magic items. We have you covered. Whilst you could give your players a +1 item, it's boring. Why not have something unique and actually have your players invested in the item they receive? We have already created magic items along with their detailed backstories that you can take and put into your own game. The staff member, or you, can provide this knowledge to your players. So how could you use this map? Buy and sell. The players might have found gems or items on their travels that they could bring here and sell. Items that might be sent on to collectors. Gems are always happily accepted due to the sheer number of items they could be included into. Necklaces, pocket watches, even keys. Now, whilst we haven't said that the goldsmith or jeweler is magic in nature, you might have them being able to craft magic items too. Is this the shop the players come in order to level up some of their magic adventuring gear? Magic staffs, even rings with different uses, like mind shielding, spell storing, or even a ring that lets you talk to dolphins. Thief. Well, like all the shops, a heist is the perfect opportunity for your players to try and sneak in and acquire something, or alternatively stop others from doing it. It's a common encounter because it's a good one. However, you can always switch these types of encounters up with what you put in the player's way. The store could have a security system in place. They would heavily invest in security due to the nature of the items on sale. You could have a clay golem that patrols the shop. These are magical in nature and could scan the people as they enter and again before they leave to ensure nothing has been hidden in the sneaky pockets. Its magic resistance can come in very handy in this role, as well as the large amount of damage and condition immunities it has. You might want to put magical traps dotted around the shop. Is that why each person has a personal shopper when walking around the shop? As they know how to get past the traps when showing items to the customers. So hopefully this video has given you some kind of inspiration. If it has, please do hit that like button so we know you like this content. And if you can do me a favour and leave a comment, it will really help the algorithm and help us to continue to grow this channel. We really appreciate all the support that you give us. If you're feeling fruity, then you can also support us on Patreon, where you will get access to all of our maps and find out more about our life behind the green screen. So until next time, may the dice be ever in your favour.